There comes a quiet moment in every man's life when he realizes that no one is coming to rescue him. Not luck, not society, not success, not even time. The person who will shape his future has always been standing in the mirror. This truth is difficult to accept, yet it is the beginning of every great transformation. The Stoics believed that a man becomes powerful the day he stops blaming the world and starts taking full responsibility for his own character. From that moment, life stops happening to him and he begins creating it. Think of a sculptor standing before a massive block of cold marble. He does not see a heavy stone. He sees a masterpiece waiting to be revealed. With every careful strike of his chisel, he removes what does not belong. He works patiently, knowing that greatness is never rushed. Your life is no different. Every excuse is a layer of stone. Every fear hides your true strength. Every disciplined habit removes another piece of weakness. Most people spend years searching for a shortcut, hoping that one day motivation will magically appear. But motivation fades. Discipline remains. Stoicism teaches that true freedom is earned through daily choices, not temporary emotions. Every sunrise places two paths before you. One leads back to comfort, distraction, and regret. The other leads toward discipline, courage, and lasting peace. The path is chosen not once, but every single day. Remember this: you do not become unstoppable through one extraordinary achievement. You become unstoppable by winning the ordinary moments that everyone else ignores. Today is another piece of marble. How you shape it will decide the man you become tomorrow.
Habit 1. Master the morning before the world masters you. Every great life begins before the world wakes up. While most people rush into their day with stress, notifications, and endless distractions, the Stoic begins with silence. He understands that the first battle of the day is not against other people, it is against himself. When you wake up, your mind is like fresh soil. Whatever you plant during the first hour will grow throughout the rest of the day. If you plant worry, you will harvest anxiety. If you plant discipline, you will harvest confidence. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning that he would face difficult people, unexpected problems, and moments of frustration. Yet he never allowed these thoughts to create fear. Instead, they prepared him. He accepted reality before it arrived, and because of that, nothing could easily shake his peace. Before touching your phone, spend a few moments with yourself. Take a deep breath. Sit in silence. Ask, what kind of man do I choose to be today? Read a few pages of wisdom. Stretch your body. Drink water. Write down one meaningful goal. These simple actions may seem small, but they quietly reshape your identity. The world wants your attention from the moment you open your eyes. It wants your emotions, your time, and your focus. A Stoic refuses to surrender so easily. He protects his mind before protecting anything else. Remember this: every disciplined morning is another strike of the sculptor's chisel. Day by day, the rough stone disappears, revealing a man of calm confidence, quiet strength, and sculpted grace. Long before the world notices your success, your character will already have been transformed.
Habit 2. Build a body that carries an unbreakable mind. The ancient Stoics believed that the body and the mind should grow together. A man who neglects his body often finds his thoughts becoming weak, while a man who trains with discipline builds resilience that reaches far beyond physical strength. You do not need expensive equipment or the perfect gym. You only need the courage to move when your comfort tells you to stay still. Real discipline begins the moment motivation disappears. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired. Very few continue when no one is watching. Every workout teaches a lesson that cannot be learned from books. Every push-up whispers, "You are stronger than yesterday." Every run reminds you that pain is temporary, but the pride of keeping your promise to yourself lasts much longer. Sweat washes away excuses and replaces them with confidence earned through action. The greatest battle is never against heavy weights. It is against the voice inside your mind that says, "Skip today. you can start tomorrow. That voice has stolen more dreams than failure ever has. Each time you refuse to listen, you become mentally stronger. You prove to yourself that your actions are guided by principles, not emotions. This is the Stoic way, choosing discipline over comfort, purpose over pleasure, and growth over ease. Like a master sculptor patiently shaping marble into a timeless masterpiece, every repetition removes another layer of weakness. You may not notice the change after one day or 1 week, but months of consistent effort create a man who stands firm in every storm. Strength is not built overnight. It is carved, one disciplined habit at a time, until nothing can break the character you have created. Habit 3. The strongest prison in the world has no walls. It exists inside the human mind. Many people are not defeated by failure. They are defeated by their own thoughts long before failure ever arrives. They replay old mistakes, fear imaginary problems, and allow the opinions of strangers to control their peace. The Stoics understood that your greatest enemy is not outside you, it is the uncontrolled mind within you. Every thought you entertain becomes a seed. If you feed fear, fear grows. If you feed anger, anger grows. But if you feed wisdom, patience, and courage, those qualities begin to shape your character. This is why you must become the guardian of your own mind. Do not believe every thought simply because it appears. Pause and ask yourself, is this thought making me stronger or weaker? If the answer is weaker, let it go. You cannot stop negative thoughts from knocking at your door, but you can decide whether to invite them inside. Protect your mind from endless comparison, unnecessary drama, and constant distractions. Most of the things people worry about never happen, yet they lose today's peace because of tomorrow's imagination. A Stoic chooses clarity over chaos. He responds instead of reacting. He remains calm while others are controlled by emotion, because he knows that peace is an inner discipline, not an external gift. Like a master sculptor removing every unnecessary piece of stone, remove every useless thought that steals your strength. The more you protect your mind, the more your true character is revealed. A man of wisdom, quiet confidence, emotional control, and sculpted grace. Habit 4. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, the Stoic learns the forgotten power of silence. Many people believe strength is found in speaking louder, arguing harder, or always having the last word. But the wisest men know that unnecessary words often weaken a powerful mind. A calm man does not feel the need to prove himself. His actions speak long before his voice does. Think about the strongest people you have ever met. They were rarely the loudest in the room. They listened carefully. They observed quietly. They spoke only when their words could add value. Silence is not weakness. It is self-control. Every conversation gives you two choices. You can react with emotion, or you can respond with wisdom. One creates conflict. The other creates respect. The Stoics believed that listening is one of the highest forms of discipline because it teaches patience, humility, and understanding. When you truly listen, you begin to notice things that others miss. You understand people's fears, their motivations, and even the pain hidden behind their words. Not every insult deserves a reply. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every battle deserves your energy. A man who wastes his peace trying to convince everyone will eventually lose himself. Like a sculptor who removes every unnecessary piece of marble, remove unnecessary words from your life. Let your character become your loudest message. Speak with purpose, remain calm under pressure, and carry yourself with quiet confidence. In the end, people may forget what you said, but they will always remember the strength of your presence and the sculpted grace with which you carried yourself.
Habit 5. Every man wants strength. Very few are willing to meet the teacher that creates it. That teacher is discomfort. The modern world encourages comfort at every step. Easier choices, faster rewards, endless entertainment. But comfort has a hidden price. The longer you stay inside it, the smaller your world becomes. Your courage fades. Your discipline weakens. Your potential remains buried beneath convenience. The Stoics chose a different path. They understood that every difficulty carries a lesson, and every obstacle is an opportunity to become stronger. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they asked, "What is this trying to teach me?" That single question changes everything. Choose one difficult thing every day. Wake up before your comfort wants to. Finish the task you have been avoiding. Have the honest conversation you fear. Learn a new skill that challenges your patience. These small acts train your mind to remain steady when life becomes truly difficult. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward even while fear walks beside you. The strongest oak tree did not grow in perfect weather. It survived storms, harsh winds, and heavy rain. Those hardships gave it deep roots. Your character grows the same way. Every challenge removes another layer of weakness and reveals a stronger version of yourself. Like a master sculptor patiently carving marble into timeless beauty, hardship shapes your soul with every strike. One day you will realize that the struggles you once tried to escape were the very tools that transformed you into a man of resilience, wisdom, quiet power, and sculpted grace.
Habit 6. Master your emotions before they master you. A man who cannot control his emotions will always be controlled by someone else. This is one of the greatest lessons Stoicism teaches. Your peace should never depend on another person's words, actions, or opinions. Yet many people surrender their happiness every day. A single insult ruins their mood. One criticism destroys their confidence. One disappointment makes them question their worth. The Stoic refuses to live this way. He understands that emotions are natural, but they should never become his master. Anger, fear, jealousy, and frustration will always knock at the door of your mind. You cannot stop them from arriving, but you can choose whether they are allowed to stay. When someone insults you, pause before responding. When life disappoints you, breathe before reacting. When anger rises, remember that every decision made in rage usually becomes tomorrow's regret. Real strength is not found in shouting louder than everyone else. It is found in remaining calm while others lose control. Anyone can react. Very few can respond with wisdom. Marcus Aurelius believed that no one could truly harm your character unless you allowed them to. Their words belong to them. Your response belongs to you. Every time you choose patience instead of anger, understanding instead of revenge, and calm instead of chaos, you strengthen your mind. You prove that your character is guided by principles rather than emotions. Like a sculptor polishing a masterpiece, emotional control removes the rough edges of your personality. Slowly, you become a man who cannot be manipulated, easily offended, or shaken by temporary storms. That is the quiet strength and sculpted grace of a true Stoic.
Habit 7. Protect your time like your greatest treasure. Money can be earned again. Success can be rebuilt. Even broken relationships can sometimes be healed. But time is different. Once a single hour passes, it is gone forever. The Stoics understood this better than most people do today. They knew that life is not measured by how many years you live, but by how wisely you use the moments you are given. Look carefully at your day. How many hours disappear into endless scrolling, meaningless arguments, or worrying about things you cannot control? These moments may seem small, but together they steal months and even years from your life. Every morning, you receive 24 hours. Rich or poor, famous or unknown, everyone receives the same amount. The difference is not in the time you have, it is in how you choose to spend it. Ask yourself, does this activity bring me closer to the man I want to become, or farther away? If the answer is farther away, have the courage to let it go. Protect your attention, because where your attention goes, your life follows. Fill your hours with meaningful work, learning, exercise, reflection, and the people who inspire you to grow. A purposeful life is never created by accident. It is created by thousands of small decisions made every single day. Like a master sculptor carefully removing every unnecessary piece of marble, remove the habits that waste your time. Every hour invested in discipline shapes your future.
One day you will look back and realize that the greatest masterpiece you ever created was not built with money or luck. It was built with the moments you chose not to waste, revealing a life of purpose, quiet power, and sculpted grace.
Habit 8 and 9. Most people end their day the same way they began it, distracted, exhausted, and unaware of how they spent their time. A Stoic chooses a different path. Before closing his eyes, he closes the door on the noise of the world and opens the door to honest reflection. The ancient philosopher Seneca believed that every evening was an opportunity to stand before your own conscience, not to criticize yourself with guilt, but to examine yourself with wisdom. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? How can I become better tomorrow? These questions are powerful because they turn every mistake into a lesson instead of a burden. Growth begins the moment you stop making excuses and start making improvements. At the same time, never forget gratitude. Be grateful for your health, your family, your struggles, and even your failures. Every experience has shaped the person you are becoming. Gratitude does not mean your life is perfect. It means you refuse to let imperfections steal your peace. A grateful mind sleeps peacefully because it focuses on what it has instead of what it lacks. Like a sculptor stepping back to study his masterpiece before making the next careful cut, reflection allows you to see both your progress and your imperfections. Every night is another chance to remove a little more pride, fear, and weakness. Over time, these quiet moments transform an ordinary man into someone defined by wisdom, humility, resilience, and sculpted grace.
Habit 10. The greatest prison is not made of iron bars. It is the need for other people's approval. Too many men spend their entire lives trying to impress strangers who will forget them tomorrow. They change their opinions to fit the crowd. They hide their true character to avoid criticism. They chase applause instead of purpose. The Stoic chooses freedom. He understands that the opinions of others are beyond his control, but his own character is always within his control. He does not ask, "Will people like me?" He asks, "Am I becoming the man I was created to be?" That single question changes everything. There will always be people who misunderstand you. Some will doubt you. Some will criticize you. Some will leave your life. Let them. Your mission is not to control their thoughts. Your mission is to master your own. Remember, mountains are not moved by the wind. The ocean does not lose its depth because of the waves on its surface. In the same way, a disciplined man remains steady while the world around him changes. These 10 daily habits may seem small on their own, but practiced consistently, they become the foundation of an extraordinary life. They shape your mind, strengthen your body, calm your emotions, and build a character that cannot be broken by failure or praise. Every sunrise places another block of marble before you. Every decision is another strike of the chisel. So choose discipline over comfort, choose wisdom over emotion, choose purpose over popularity, and never stop sculpting the man you are capable of becoming. Because one day, the world will call you unstoppable. But you will know the truth. You were never changed by one great moment. You were transformed by the quiet habits you chose to practice every single day, with patience, courage, unwavering discipline, and sculpted grace.